Welcome, Deanna with Empowering Empaths. I am coming to you with our energy update. It is for September 7th through the 13th. I would like to welcome you to my channel, and I would like to first start out with setting my intentions for this energy update and also to really magnify the importance of having a strong spiritual foundation as we are continuing to witness the old ways crumbling, so to speak, tower moments of the old structures that are not working for humanity anymore. And so I would like to share a little beautiful blessing, a beautiful prayer with everybody that I've been saying and reciting for my own well-being. And I'm going to set my intention for this every time I come on now. And I would like to just share this beautiful peace, blessing, and prayer with you all. Blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who creates the fruit of the vine. You have lovingly given us your Shabbat of inheritance of love and creation. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who brings forth the bread of the earth. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, meaning peace. It's a peace welcome. It's a peace prayer. It's a peace goodbye. And so this is a prayer that's very dear to my heart. I am a lovingly divine child of creation, just as you are. And I believe it's important for us to all find within us, as we're transforming and mutating all of the old energy of restrictions, separation, and really coming forward with our true essence. There's a few things that I'm going to cover, of course, because when you're talking about astrology, as above, so below, my intention always of this is my love of astrology, knowing that when we work with what is happening as above, we work with it below. It is to benefit as an evolution of our soul. And so this week I'm definitely highlighting that Mars will be going retrograde. The importance of this retrograde is super important because we have several other planets retrograde at this time. I cannot mention this without first saying the Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn stellium that's been happening in Capricorn is what we are all witnessing, crumbling the old structures they're fueling separation, control, oppression. And so it's super important to let me see how many planets are retrograde. Jupiter's not out of retrograde yet, but as Mars goes into retrograde, Jupiter will move forward. So let me just cover this. We have, at the current time, I'm coming to you on the 7th, we have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, all in retrograde. And on September 9th, Mars will go retrograde. And this retrograde is the first time it's happened in 2 years. So what is Mars? It's our identity, our ego identity. It is our I am. It is very associated with the root chakra. So as we're coming down through the veils, thinking that we separated from Creator, from the divine, from the universe, we develop these personalities and these traits. And the reason the inner child is coming up so significantly right now is because about 70% of humanity is healing the narcissistic wounds. Intentionally or not is irrelevant, but we're going and being asked with all this retrograde energy to keep going in. Like I said, with Jupiter retrograde, that is not comfortable. Jupiter's not comfortable in the sign of Capricorn, where there's limitation and restriction. So Jupiter's wanting to expand. Jupiter is about growth. Jupiter's about our abundance. It's about our bigger spiritual perspective. It's an expansive energy, and it also is about finances. So Many of us throughout 2020 have been feeling that restrictive energy. Once Jupiter is stationed to go direct and move forward into the higher degrees of Capricorn and then moving into Aquarius, many of us will feel a little bit of relief of kind of having our higher ambitions coming into fruition, and not such an energy of feeling like we're stuck on this inner without any action. Saturn retrograde, going back over where we feel limited, where in our day-to-day life we are wanting to take leadership roles. Uranus in Taurus, again, quick changes, Taurus being a fixed earth sign, so quick changes, new aha moments of what you value per se, like very, very Uranus, very Taurus, because Taurus is about what we truly value. It's ruled by Venus. Neptune, Neptune again is a very watery, spiritual, highly empathetic, and it's in its home sign of Pisces. Understanding, with the water energy and the feminine energy, where our energy begins, where somebody else's begins, where our energy ends, where somebody else's begins. So then we're not taking on an empathetic overload or escaping from feeling so deeply. Pluto, the planet of transformation, the symbolic metamorphosis, the death, the rebirth, right? All been in this Capricorn energy of the structures, whether it be government, whether it be religious beliefs, whatever those structures are of control, wanting to oppress people, the dismantling of all of that energy that we've all been feeling in 2020 is super significant to highlight. The reason I'm going with this Mars retrograde that is beginning on September 9th, and it will go all the way through November 13th. It is this awareness within us. It's our personality, ego, identity. It is us bringing into our awareness, like I said, working with the energy of the planets instead of working against them, or not, coming up against roadblocks. Mars retrograde, to me, in my interpretation, is pumping the brakes. It's slowing down. It is allowing yourself to be present in every moment, to be the witness and the observer of your own identity, your own ego personality, so that you can look at how you respond to things. It is a fire sign, right? Mars, and it's in its home sign of Aries. So it's magnified, and the energy is super significant there. Aries representing the energy that is around you, that is spontaneous. It is impulsive. So bringing this awareness with the retrograde, you're right, all the way through November 13th, hitting the brakes, staying present, not acting out of impulse to where it's biting you in the ass later. Really allowing that fire and that flame within you. Again, Mars representing not only passion, but it also is the planet known with warring, and then we're talking about Aries of the self, where we've dropped down through that veil, the illusion of separation from creation, gathering this personality throughout our whole life, even past lives, coming in with that. But being able to channel all of this energy, nurturing your inner child. That's why self-care is so important, so that you can respond differently than where you have from the past. And this is really allowing us to strip it back down, healing the narcissistic wounds, like I said prior, so that we can get back to the true, authentic essence of ourselves. So this Mars energy is about our physical energy. So with Mars going retrograde, this can make some of us feel the energy of not having a lot of physical energy, not having the get-go to get things done. remind yourself that it is okay at this time. It is that inner retrograde energy that is wanting us to go inner. So a lot of times us light workers are getting so much done, and although production, physical production, may not be what it used to be for many of us, but that does not mean that you're not doing your work. It doesn't mean that you're not being productive because of all this inner retrograde energy. It is wanting us to strip it back down, to reevaluate what our values truly are, to really think and focus upon what matters in this life for you and how you want to co-create this life for you. And like I said, when Jupiter goes direct and starts moving its way back into Aquarius, I feel like many of us will be able to feel the expansion. Many of us may feel an energy of feeling like, wow, I can really move forward with what is really bringing forth abundance of who you are and bringing that to the world. So I just wanted to share this fire energy with you guys because the cards are magnificent, Mars and Aries. And really allowing this time with the retrograde energy of Mars to know that it is okay to feel possible residual anger come up within you. Maybe your inner child's emotional needs were not met by a parent. Maybe your energy was not accepted by others because you're spontaneous. It is okay for us to let go of all those things. In fact, if we are working with the planets instead of against them, we will all have an understanding that do you is what you can do to brighten your light on the lamppost more than ever. And when you do you, and you focus on you, and you raise your vibration, and you raise your consciousness, and you dive deep into that inner wound that may bring up anger for you, that you are doing yourself justice. Because when you are a seeker of truth, it can't steer you wrong. And so I love that. Don't be surprised, because as we continue to see the structures all dismantling out on the collective stage, that you will see people act out of anger in a low vibrational way, which is projecting onto other people. Very narcissistic. And I think if we just summed it up, that is really what we're being asked by creation itself to heal, are these narcissistic wounds, these false mask identities, right? The face you put on to the world is oftentimes not who your authentic self is. So peeling back the layers. And one thing I'm being guided by my guides to share with everybody is a lot of you people that are on your path of healing and light work and star seeds are not giving yourself enough credit and not enough kudos to the work that you've done. Because when you go inner and you start seeing things around you with your two eyes that do not resonate with your soul, the illusions, right? There's a lot of persecution, and really what the energy out there right now is huge, with a lot of people projecting and getting into arguments. So the headline of this energy update this week is definitely going to be avoid the naysayers, avoid those that love drama, avoid anybody that is wanting to just stir the pot of conflict, because if they are that type of person, that means they too need to go inner and heal that inner conflict within them in order to see different results and stop blaming and pointing the finger outside of themselves. That's truly how we do have revolutions in the collective consciousness. And I think it's crazy that when you look with your two eyes out upon the world, you realize in your awakening that the collective consciousness created this mess, that created this infection of humanity. And I think it's darn time, past time, for people to stop blaming a devil, to stop blaming somebody outside of them, and really embody although very difficult to dive deep and heal your wounds, right? In order to face that darkness, for our hearts to be cracked open, to that inner child to be nurtured, we have to go inner. And start having a new lens of perception of what is happening around us. I find it no coincidence that in the awakening that many people have, it starts your relationship with yourself first, always. That's why I don't do readings for love, because I will always point people back to them. I had a whole lot of karmic things to heal myself, and it always starts in the relationships closest to you. And I believe that it is no coincidence that I've been through a lot of shit, that I needed to get my own foundation strong and clean and healthy in order to have the clear vision of knowing, okay, you're either with me or you're against me. Bottom line. Accepting people right where they're at. And that's very, very uncommon, unfortunately, but I do believe more and more as we head into the age of Aquarius, we will continue to find strength and courage within ourselves, which is also very, very symbolic of Mars. Being courageous, being able to take action and initiative to heal thy wounds first, nurturing your inner child first, and then allowing that to channel through you as a passion, because Mars Aries is a very masculine energy. We need to heal and bring up that vibration of the masculine within us and have that divine essence of being open and receptive and knowing that you're worthy of good things, and also taking action on it, taking a leadership role on it. Aries is one, it is self, it is leadership. If it's in harmony, right? I always share on my channel high expression, low expression. What it is within you that you may project onto the collective consciousness screen. Are you feeling that, fueling and nurturing your inner child and your truth and your way first? And then being able to have that clear vision of, this resonates with me, this does not, on a higher perspective, right, of Jupiter, also Neptune, the awareness that we are all spirit, all connected, not separate. But then, like I said earlier, dropping down through that veil in Aries, where that narcissistic injury first started for you, and all the layers and all the masks and all the faces that we may have put on throughout our life, dropping them, cleaning the slates, crying it out. If anger moves through you, do some physical exercise. Anything else astrologically before I go into some more cards? Saturn has been in Capricorn, it's journeyed forward and then gone back into Capricorn, and this has happened all year. May 11th, it will go direct, stationed to go direct on September 29th. Again, Jupiter is moving, stationing direct, and going to go forward on September 13th. So there's going to be some forward momentum. We're going to possibly feel less restricted. But again, that always happens within you first. So, but on the collective stage, we're saying this because we're all connected. Many of us, if we've been doing our work and diving deep into ourselves, facing the things that rise many times, however many times they come up. And that's the thing with my awakening that I didn't realize would happen, is just because you finally acknowledge something and met your mark and put your bootstraps on doesn't mean that it just goes away. It's about layers, it's about processes. And what Spirit wanted me to remind all of you light workers of is give yourselves a little bit of credit. And be that trend maker and trendsetter of loving yourself first. Because when we get in that vibration of love, which is the most powerful energy of the planet, then we start seeing the creation of what we want on the world stage. So I pulled a couple cards to share across many of the social media platforms I'm on. And firstly, it is the chameleon spirit. And so this is amplified because this is also a collective message for last week. It is that it's that chameleon energy of being able to adapt to all the changes that we are witnessing right now. Always staying genuine and authentic to yourself. Excuse me. But also having that energy within you of knowing that some people that you encounter may not be on the journey yet. They may still be in the program of do as I say by the structures, right, of that are happening in Capricorn, still wanting people to be oppressed, being adaptable and melding and being fluent. And it's funny because I pulled this beautiful goddess card as well earlier just for myself for the daily inspiration. And it is the goddess of devotion. I am love that does not ever leave me. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. So the feminine energy is not weak. It's actually very powerful. And when you're devoted and open to being receptive, it is an energy of spirit. It is the mountain energy of the mountain cannot be shaken by any man carrying sword, because the divine receptive energy is also your knowingness that you're co-creating, and open and receptive to goodness, and that ever receptive energy of the divine coming down through you, working through you, embodying that. And so love is the most powerful energy, and this goddess would like to just remind us of that no matter what is happening and crumbling on the world stage, your inner knowingness that you are spirit, that you are divine, no man, no sword, no persecution, no slander, no naysayers can come against you. They can't shake that foundation. They can't shake your mountain, so to speak. So I love that. Again, Mars energy to me is very root chakra stuff. So root chakra to me, unhealed is fear, is lack of trust. It is in harmony, knowing that you're divine spirit, that you're embodying for a human experience, and tethering to the divine, knowing that I'm present in my body, I'm rooted in my body, and that I am here for a blink of an eye, and I'm here to evolve my soul. And so if you're having trust issues, where do you not trust yourself? If you're feeling fear, which I've definitely had come up, why are you feeling fear when you're a divine child of the Creator, when you're an essence of God? Just like my prayer says, the Shabbat was created for all creation by the Lord of the universe. Nothing can shake you. The fruit of the vine, meaning I am the fruit. Creator is the vine. The bread of the earth, meaning I'm in my body, right? Symbolic. I love symbolism. And so interpreting all these things, it's like the Merkaba of the Star of David, the triangle pointing up of spirit, of who we truly are, the triangle pointing down of embodying it and remembering who we are. And so I just love that. I had the Star of David come through to me not long ago. I found the beautiful prayer of Shabbat. It is a peace blessing of Jewish tradition. I love cultural differences. And so again, with this Mars energy too, understanding that you bring forth your true essence of yourself, but understanding that other people and their unique expression, as long as they're healthy, as long as they're not projecting that narcissistic wound, and you'll know clearly once you're open to it. I've had plenty of experience in my immediate upbringing of a narcissist projecting and oppressing. And so now we're seeing it on a collective. Like my awakening happened 6 years ago, and now I'm very, very quick to see Is this person just bringing forth their real version of themselves, or are they starving to find their own internal violet flame? And are they projecting onto other people? It's rampant. And now I'm seeing it on the collective going, you can't fool me no more. I've gotten my home, me, inner, and my home, and my sacred union with my husband, and my soul tribe and soul sisters I'm finding into that knowingness of who we are. And then we're witnessing all this dismantling on the collective stage, which is completely narcissistic wounds that people are projecting. And that's where some of the energy with Mars is coming up. Pay attention to who you're around. Pay attention to who are acting out of anger and hurting others. Go slow with this Mars retrograde that is happening September 9th through the 13th. Don't be so impulsive where it's creating incidents or accidents for you being around others. I don't want to get cut off here. I don't know how long this lets me record before I do. I think I will do one more card from the Twin Flame Journey before I close this up. Spirit, is there anything else? Okay, Saturn going direct on September 29th and moving towards Aquarius. You know, Saturn is representative of self-discipline, responsibility, a leadership role in the earth, because Saturn is representative of Capricorn, and they are leaders. They are a body. They're an earth sign. They're a feminine also energy. All earth signs, all water signs are feminine. All fire signs, all air signs are masculine. And our main goal is to balance all four elements within us. Balance our left brain, right brain. Balance our feminine, masculine. And that really is the bridegroom term that you see in scripture. So when it goes direct, it can help illuminate where to aim our long-term ambitions. Jupiter's going to feel relieved getting out of Capricorn. It does not like the restriction there. So we'll be able to expand, shoot higher. Jupiter is representative of Sagittarius, which is the arrow shooting to the heavens. Saturn, being the earth sign moving forward, will be, you know, embodying that. And then it is also still Virgo season, which is how are we bringing this forth in our everyday life and day to day. So first, remember that you're a divine child of God, that you are a co-creator. I am spirit. I am eternal. Love is the most powerful energy. And then embodying that, dropping down through the veils where we've gained our body. Ace of Pentacles, wise investment. To me, this is exactly summing up the reading today. Many of you are having light bulb moments. The biggest investment with this Ace of Pentacles is investing in yourself, your awareness, embodying that, and allowing that growth to walk the walk and not just talk the talk. Green, fresh, growth. Light bulb moments. Many of us are in revelations, having aha moments, understanding that the structures of the old top-down authority did not have the best interest of you, of me. Dismantling all of that energy in Capricorn, of the structures of the government, of the religions, anything that divides, separates, conquers. Always go inner, because when you truly seek truth, the answers all come within you, and then you can start being in universal alignment to start having that frequency of calling in healthy relationships, getting healthy with yourself first. That is the wise investment, because then you're in the vibration of pinging off this frequency of I'm worthy of good, I'm worthy of love, I'm worthy of sensual, intimate, true sacred unions, whether it be relationships with a counterpart, relationships with sisterhoods, brotherhoods, relationships in community. Let go of all the belief systems. It's the biggest freedom you can give to yourself. I send this to you guys with so much love. If this resonates today, like, subscribe, share, share, share. Shabbat Shalom. Peace be with you.